Hello, I'm back with another tutorial. Today I want to see how easy it might be to switch between playable characters. The direction that Cataclysm seems to be headed kind of reminds me of RimWorld in a way. If I have a companion, I can switch to playing as that companion, and we remain friends afterward. If I have 8 companions, I can switch among all 8 of them. Not instantly and not totally at will, but pretty easily. So the way to do this is, first we want to build a bulletin board. I'm going to open the construction menu with Shift 8 or asterisk, and I'm going to search the word bulletin, or I won't be able to spell it correctly, so how about I search the word board? Hello? There it is. I couldn't spell that either. Alright, we want to build a bulletin board. This requires a tool with hammering of 2 or more. We can get that from our makeshift hammer. We covered how to craft that in the last episode. One tool with wood sawing of 1 or more. We covered how to craft that in the last episode. And we need either a wooden panel or 4 planks, which we can get from deconstructing, and 8 nails, which we can also get from deconstructing. I tap enter and craft the bulletin board. It wants to know, where do you want to put it? I'm going to put it in front of this window here. Now that we have a bulletin board, we can't use it because we don't have a camp. If I try to examine it now, it will give me this error. The bulletin board is not inside a camp. Well, I get a camp by conversing with my NPC. I'm going to talk to Everett, and I'm going to go down to, there's something I want you to do. Of all the options that we have, one of them is, let's talk about the camp. Or it may say, I want you to build a camp here. There it is. I want you to build a camp here. Now, it depends on where we're building this camp, what options we have. If we are constructing this camp inside of various places, like let's say the evac shelter, we'll have the option of building a bare bones base camp or an evac shelter camp. I'm not going to get into all the complications of those things yet. I don't even know that much about them. But I know that we can just build a bare bones base camp pretty much anywhere. And that this will allow us to do the NPC switching. So we'll name this camp Tutorial Camp. There it is. Now if we check our upper map, it now shows up as a location on the map. I think that's cool as hell. Alright, we have a camp, so now the bulletin board will answer our summons, right? No, because you do not have sufficient sort zones. Do you want to add them? Well, of course I do. It says, please create some sorting zones. You must create a camp food zone and a camp storage zone. Don't worry, this will be painless. We had a tutorial on creating zones already. So I didn't have to hit Shift Y to open the zones manager. The Cataclysm did that for me. So all I'm going to do is tap A for add, and I'm going to add base camp food. I'm just going to sock it in right here. Now it told me I have to add base camp storage also. Just going to sock it in on the same square. Now we've done everything we need to do. I'm going to hit escape and save my changes. Now the bulletin board is working because we have a camp and we have the necessary zones. The option that we want to switch to the other character is choose a new leader. So this says you will choose a new leader for your faction. You will switch to playing as the new leader. There's no difficulty and no risk. However, I do believe there's a time limit. So let me click choose new leader. And it says it's too early for that. A new leader can be chosen in 16 hours and 35 minutes. So there you go. I'm going to wait 16 hours and 35 minutes and I'll be back. Alright, I've waited what I think is about 16 hours. So let's examine the bulletin board again. And we're going to choose a new leader. This option interests me greatly because I haven't played with it. I understand autocratic and democratic. And I assume if I choose democratic, the new leader will be chosen by popular vote. I don't know how sortition is going to work. And so that's something I'll have to play with more when I have more NPCs to try that with. But anyway, the option you probably want is autocratic. Now, once we've done autocratic, it gives me this explanation. As an experienced leader, only you know what will be required of future leaders, and you will choose. Is this acceptable? Well, heck yeah, we like choosing. Now I can choose from among my companions who to play as. I'm going to select Everett Steffen. And just like that, we are playing as Everett Steffen. To celebrate this moment, I'm going to take our helmet off. So I can get a look at what I look like. Do we have some kind of gas mask on also? Yeah, we do. Let's take that off so we can see our face. Hello, Everett Steffen, my new playable character. Pull up my inventory just like I do with my normal character. Well, it's not a normal character. This is the thing. It took me some thinking to wrap my mind around how I can switch between characters like this and basically play Cataclysm as a group, which I think is very cool. One interesting thing to note here is that if I examine the bulletin board now, if I try to choose a new leader right away, it's not going to let me do that. It's too early for that. A new leader can be chosen in 2 days and 23 hours. So there's essentially a 3-day cooldown on switching between characters. A very interesting limitation. That concludes my tutorial on how to switch between characters in Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. If you have any more tutorial ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And if I don't know the answer, I will make an attempt to investigate it and create a tutorial about it. Thanks for watching.